Death row in the Kadmia women's prison in Baghdad. Samar Saed Abdullah has been here 2 years.
I don't sleep at all on Wednesdays. I stay up from morning through the night because that's the day they pick for executions. So I stay scared all day.
The warden initially tells Samar to hide her face before talking to us. She was sentenced to death by hanging for being an accessory to the murder of 3 members of her uncle's family. She swears she's innocent, terrified of being executed.
Give me life in prison. Even 20 years, I don't care. Anything but this.
What Samar doesn't know is that the appeal against her sentence has already failed. Her family hasn't had the courage to tell her.
I couldn't tell her. I was afraid that she would do something to herself.
Her father sold everything he had to defend her.
If I thought she was guilty, I swear I wouldn't go see her. I swear I have nothing left that I didn't sell. My house, my car, my belongings.
Her mother Hana shows us pictures of Samar with the cousin she's accused of helping to kill. Hana tells us Samar had become involved in a relationship with a young man, Saif. At first, the family didn't approve of the romance, but eventually relented. Then one night, 3 months later, Saif duped Samar, the family says, into taking him to her wealthy uncle's house. According to her mother, Saif locked Samar in the kitchen and killed her uncle, aunt, and cousin. Then he came looking for Samar.
He came in and dragged her from here, from her collar, and hit her. She had marks here. He put a gun to her head and said, "Take me to your uncle's room and get me the money and the gold."
He took off with less than $1,000 after allegedly threatening to kill Samar and her family if she went to the authorities. Samar was arrested by the Iraqi police the next day. Her mother says she was brutally abused.
She didn't confess. It was from the beating they gave her. She was bleeding. She finally said, "Write what you want. Just stop."
In court documents provided by Samar's lawyer Ali Azawi, she admits going to her uncle's house to steal, but she told the court she only confessed after being tortured. Samar's testimony in court mirrors what her mother told us, that she was duped by her husband. The court file says, in reaching a verdict, the judges disregarded Samar's court testimony.
The judge did not hear me out. He refused to hear anything I had to say.
Under Iraqi law, the court should have investigated her claim to confession under torture. The higher judicial council in Iraq did not answer CNN's multiple attempts to get a response. She may not know it, but with her appeal rejected, Samar is out of legal options.
The judiciary is no longer involved, and nothing can be done unless new evidence comes to light, which is unlikely.
But some are not giving up on Samar Abdullah. In a rundown building in Baghdad, the Organization of Women's Freedom in Iraq is fighting for her life. Dalal Rubai is leading the effort to save her. The organization has already had 2 successes. Fatima Ashur was sentenced to death, confessing to murder after she says she was tortured.
She had her fingernails pulled out, hung from the ceiling. They took pictures of her naked while she was hanging. They cuffed her to a bed and raped her.
Fatima drafted a letter detailing her plight. The women delivered it to the government and made it public on the internet. She is now awaiting a retrial. Now Samar's parents are working with Dalal to fight for Samar's life.
The judge said to her, "What are you, a sheep or something?" If I thought she was guilty.
Samar's mother has written a letter to Iraq's president begging for a pardon, never knowing if the next Wednesday will be Samar's last. Arwa Damon, CNN, Baghdad.